Hey, what's up, YouTubers? I'm back with Bloody Wars here. We replaced the rear shocks. One of them was broken, so we went with Proline Performance shocks. They're all aluminum. If you look on the back side of the car, very easy to put in. I adjusted the suspension in the back. Works really well. Here we go. So we replaced both of those. However, we kept the stock shocks in the front, but I've added more tensioners onto there. So you got one, two, three, four on that side. And then on this side, you got another one, two, three, four. And then watch the difference. Here's the front of the car, of the truck. And by the way, this is an Arrma Granite truck upgraded, and watch what happens. Here's the front shocks. Okay, see that? It's real poppy. That's because I added these other tensioners on this, so it's very bouncy in the front. But then in the back, when you come back here, you got the aluminum shocks. Now I filled it with 55 weight oil. It says anywhere between 45 and 75 weight is, what you can put inside your shocks. I just wanted something with like middle range, so this way I understand how the oil works and see how good it is, and if it needs more, strengthening or more tension on the back or just a higher weight, then I'll go up to 65 or 75. But for now, I'm going to try the truck out like this. And then this is the factory shock. So we took this off the other side. I'm keeping it just in case, in case I need it for a little bit or whatever. It's still in good shape. I mean, nothing really wrong with it. But at the same time, this is the factory Arrma shock that they give you when you purchase the truck. So, it's not a very good shock, but when you add the tensioners, watch how the front reacts. See? Very, very fluid, very bouncy. But in the back, now we stiffened up the rear end, so the back tires will grab a little bit more than the front tires because it's four-wheel drive. So when the back tires hook, the front tires just kind of go up a little bit, and then it comes back down, like doing a wheelie down the drag track, down the drag strip. So let me show you. Just look how the difference is when you go to hit it. You see how slow that comes back up? So when you're hitting on the gas, it goes down just a little bit, but it don't go all the way like this and hit. If you look here, hit the bottom. It just goes like this when it hooks. And you see that space right there? It hooks right there, and then the front wheels start to grab and everything goes into play. I'm going to film it once I hook up the battery and charge it all the way. Just wanted to let you know we fixed the rear shocks on the Arrma Granite 3S truck, but I replaced a lot of stuff on here. Like I said before, we got the 3180 Kelvin Spectrum motor. We're running the Spectrum electronic speed controller, and like I said, I replaced the gears on this right here and got a gearbox that's all metal, so when it turns, it's very precise, and just listen to it. And you'll see when I'm driving it later that I'm also using a 5000. Right now I'm using a 2S battery on it because I'm just messing around in front of the house. It doesn't really need the 3S battery in front of my house. It does fine on that 2S battery, but it's still got that aluminum package on the rear end back here, and the motor grips right into there. And like I said, all of these other parts back here that screw this motor together into the rear gear, it goes right into the aluminum, so it's more sturdy. There's no wobbling going on back here or nothing like that. The battery, the battery's not moving, the motor's not moving, this rear end is not moving because it's more stiff. Now you can buy a fully aluminum one of this, but then you're going to add more weight, and then the truck will be slower, and then, like I said, you got to add extra stuff to make it go faster and whatever. But for what it is right now, I'm just playing around with it. And like I said, we got Proline shocks on there, baby. Yeah, aluminum. That's how it goes. I adjusted them so that they're just firm. I don't want them too tight, but when I put it all the way to the top over here of this nut, well, guess what? It was too bouncy. So I had to stiffen this rear end up because of the way the car takes off. Even though it's four-wheel drive, yes, the front tires grab, but the rear tires really grab first because the motor is back in the behind to the rear gear, and then the shaft, and then this see, the motor is to the rear gear back here, and then this whole shaft right here goes to the front wheels to spin them forward. So that's how it's four-wheel drive. But it seems like it's like 70, I would say like 70% in the rear end and 30% in the front, because when it takes off, it kind of lifts off like this, but it doesn't go all the way. It just goes a little bit. Now on the 3S battery, like I said, I'm using the 2S battery right now, and it'll function, and I can put a 3S battery in here and everything will be fine, but it'll go way faster. Now the 2S battery, if I'm just messing around in front of my house, that's okay. So I just use the 2S battery. But like I said, now that I put these rear shocks on, this rear end really grips. So you can hear it on the sidewalk and on the street. When it takes off, you hear whoosh. So I'm spinning tires in the rear, and then the front, once the front grabs, everything grabs, and then it's fully four-wheel drive. It doesn't happen automatically. So you're mostly rear-wheel drive at first. That's why I say it's like a 70 in the rear, 70% in the rear, and then 30% in the front. Only because of the way it takes off. It's kind of nuts. It just spins tires, you know. So, and then it takes off once it connects with all four tires going at the same speed. All right. Well, just another video about the Arrma Granite truck and what we're doing. I'm gonna eventually change the front shocks also to Proline in the front. But for now, I just, like I said, I broke the right rear, and you know, now I got aluminum shocks on there, and the thing works pretty good. I'm just going to show you guys a video once I get it going. Okay, thanks everybody. Hope you liked the video, and hit that like and subscribe button. Have a great day.